Hello everyone. So in the previous video, I showed you how to find all the solutions to the multiple choice. For this portion, I'm going to go through step by step the show all work questions for your quiz review. So for number 8, it wants me to write that equation in slope-intercept form. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move it up here out of my way. So to write that in slope-intercept form, what that means is I want to write that as y equals mx plus b. So in order to write that as y equals mx plus b, I need to first distribute the negative 1/3. So that gives me y plus 1 equals negative 1/3 x minus 3, because negative 1/3 times 9 is minus 3. I then subtract 1 from each side, and I get y equals negative 1/3 x minus 4. And that is the answer to question number 8. Question number 9 is to write the equation in point slope form of the line passing through the point negative 1, 5, and with a slope of 2/3. So point slope form is y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. So in my point, negative 1 is x1, 5 is y1. So that's y minus 5 equals my slope, which is 2/3, x minus negative 1. I can simplify that minus minus to be x plus 1. And that is the answer. Number 10 says a movie theater charges $12 for the first ticket you buy. Oops, I didn't want to enlarge it that much. Plus $9.50 for each additional ticket. State an equation that represents the cost when T tickets are purchased. So the first ticket I buy is $12. So that means it's going to be C equals $12 plus $9.50 for each additional ticket. So each additional ticket doesn't count the first one. So that means each additional ticket is T minus 1, because I got to subtract the first ticket because that one I paid $12 for. So Mr. Tucker brings his class of 28 students to the theater and expects to pay $278. Is this the correct amount? So if he's bringing 28 students, plus he's got to buy a ticket. So that's really 29. So it would be 12 plus 9.5 times 29 minus 1. So that's 12 plus 9.5 times 28. Which is $278. So yes, he is correct. Now I do want to give you another option. Up here, instead of saying T is tickets purchased, I could say T is additional tickets. And if I say T is additional tickets, that would make it C equals 12 plus 9.5 T. And then when I did his, I wouldn't have to count his because his would be the original 12. So it would just be 12 plus 9.5 times 28, which it would still give me 278. I would accept either way on the test. Graph the following equation on the axis provided. Circle your solution. So if I need to circle my solution, that means I'm looking for the x-intercept. So to graph that, the first thing I need to do is I need to make it be y equals. So I'm going to add 3x to both sides, which gives me 4y equals 3x minus 12. Then have to divide everything by 4. So that gives me y equals 3/4 x minus 3. So that means it starts at negative 3, goes up 3 over 4, up 3 over 4. So that's the graph of y equals 3/4 x minus 3. And then the solution is this point right here, which is x equals 4. Number 12, graph the linear inequality on the grid. So to graph that, the first thing I'm going to do is make it be y equals. So I'm going to add 3y to both sides because I don't want to have to deal with dividing the inequality by the negative. So it's 2x is greater than negative 15 plus 3y. And I'm going to add 15. I have 2x plus 15 is greater than 3y. And I divide everything by 3. Which gives me 2/3 x plus 5 is greater than y. So to graph that, I start on 5 on the y-axis. I go up 2 over 3. And then I do the opposite, down 2, left 3. Now this is a dotted line. So I do a dotted line. And then I'm going to check 0, 0. And I always check in the original in case I made a mistake. So that gives me 2 times 0 minus 3 times 0 is greater than negative 15. And that says 0 is greater than negative 15, which is true. So I want to shade towards 0, 0. And I write my inequality down there. So it's 2x minus 3y is greater than negative 15. Oh, and then state one point that lies in the solution set. So I can state 0, 0. You could pick any point down here in that shaded area. So 13, I think, is our last problem here. So for number 13, I want to find the average cost of a Yankee ticket increase from $95 to $112 between 2013 and 2015. Find the average rate of change in the cost. So this is change in F over change in X. So it's 112 minus 95 over 2015 minus 2013. And so I do 112 minus 95 on my calculator, which is 17 over 2, which is $8.50 per year. Okay, so that's the end of our review. If you have any time left in class, you can use this time to do extra practice or to start to watch the video for tomorrow. Remember, the quiz is tomorrow for everyone.